Shane Rodriguez is one of the designers on Shadow of War. He is the guys, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's basically, if you have an orc that does stuff with traits and hates and likes, it's the guy who made it work. Who the guy net to Jared? The thing I just said. Overlord. So I want you guys to take a moment and enjoy this screen. And I'm going to just slowly, what is this? A Doll the Devout.
That he looks strikingly human.
He does look strikingly human.
You think he's some kind of imposter?
I don't know. Look, he has this, like, his bow isn't a crossbow. It's all normal bow. What are these? Let's see.
Orcs don't use those.
No, I guess they don't.
Yeah. Also, I see, what is that word there? Balefire? I think that's the balefire word right there. Orcs don't usually do balefire.
No, they don't. So I just saw someone who was like, "You're the reason my nemesis still exists."
Yeah, probably.
So let's start breaking this guy down a little bit. We're gonna show you guys a couple more of these mercs and that kind of thing, and we'll be answering questions like, "Do they betray you?" and all those questions. But first, let's just break down this guy's particular strengths and weaknesses. So, real quick, immune to curse, enraged by injury. Ugh, words are hard. Enraged by burning. Very good. Now let's go into some of the newer stuff that was part of this guy's brain, which is, what's a combat master exactly, Zane?
Well, it's the type of Easterling that didn't really focus on helping his buddies. He's got more of a grudge, really wants to get in and kill some Uruks. So he focuses on being able to do as much damage as he can to them as quickly as he can.
Right. So when you say help your friend, now that's something a little bit interesting. So these mercenaries tend to be more cooperative?
Yes, yeah. Much more so than orcs.
So with the Beamer, now this one actually specifically likes to target captains. So that's a combat master. So he's an example of a less cooperative dude.
Yeah. You can use them in a lot of cooperative ways, but usually they themselves are your damage dealers for other captains, for going after the orc captains specifically.
Cool. So let's open up another thing that's brand new about mercenaries. A combat command. So what is a combat command?
A combat command is a move you can order him to do when he's set as your bodyguard and helping you out in the world. So in this case, you can order this guy to throw down a balefire cluster bomb, which will spread apart and then blow up in several balefire explosions.
So that's basically, you can use that strategically, you can use that for fun, more or less. It's we will show that particular ability today too, because this guy's request, he said that one's really cool looking, so I'm like, works for me. So now there's another command here. There's combat command and there's stealth command. So what is a stealth command versus the combat command?
So a stealth command is kind of similar to what you're used to with the orcs, where you could kind of buddy command them when you were stealthing around to go attack somebody. But we actually have attached a bunch of different abilities to some of these characters, so that they do a little bit more than just go do a stealth attack. So in this guy's case, he can do a stealth attack that terrifies a bunch of nearby grunts to clear things out.
So it's kind of like a brutalize?
Yeah, a lot of these are meant to be like openers into combat, to be able to initiate combat in an interesting way. For instance, if you had a guy that had balefire cluster bombs and then had like a stealth command to kill that was melee, one of the cool things you can do is you can tell him to stealth in and kill a guy, and then immediately tell him to throw the cluster bomb down right after he gets in.
So it's almost like a strategic decision in that regard, where you're like, all right, go scare a bunch of dudes away and then just dump balefire on them.
Yeah. The mercenaries are a lot more organized and could actually take orders, unlike the orcs, who really are going to do their own thing most of the time. But you can tell them to go kill a specific
right
Shrek.
Okay, so I saw a couple specific Shrek.
Yeah.
I like it.
And that's what they'd say, right?
So I saw a couple questions that people had. One was, if they die, do you get augments? Yes. If it's a legendary, epic, that will be a thing. I'm going to just scoot through this while I'm talking so you guys can see this too. If they are, let's see, someone asked us, like, I think I saw someone saying, can they cheat death last time? Yes, they do have the cheat death. They can also save you, which is amazingly helpful in a life or death game that is the roguelike of Desolation
when you have
of
to
Mordor.
Restart, the saviors are a lot more helpful.
Oh goodness, God, yeah. So, being that he's a legendary, he also has 2 epic traits. These epic traits will be special for mercenaries as well. Do they have any crossover at all between them? Because I've seen a lot of new ones.
Oh, do you mean like with the orcs? Are there new traits the orcs have? Yeah, some of the things that we added to Easterlings we kind of put over to orcs as well. For instance, we felt like Beastmasters could use a little bit of a bump, so we created a new Beastmaster trait where there are some Easterlings that can convince a Caragor to come to their side, and so now Beastmasters will be able to do that too. Turn some of your Caragors to their side.
All right, so the mercenaries are teaching the orcs some new tricks, kind of thing.
I guess.
Oh, that's fun. So this is actually my favorite skill that I've seen on this guy. 30% chance of exploding with no friendly fire on Baron or an allies when he kills an enemy specifically.
Yeah, he just plants little bombs on him while he's fighting.
I love it. So I saw a question which is, do you fight mercenaries ever? And the answer is no. You don't ever. Mercenaries don't betray you. They are very loyal to coin, which is a fantastic transition.
And as long as there are orcs around, they don't really have a reason to stop killing them.
Right. So let's actually give people an example, like what it looks like to hire a mercenary. So if you guys look up in the top right corner, I have more coin than I know what to do with, and so I can hire a bunch of mercenaries. They show up like so, and each set of mercenaries that you guys will be getting will have be different depending on what run that you're doing. Because I see people asking, like, do mercenaries stay in between runs? No, mercenaries are a reset. So if you get a bunch of them that are your buddies and they help you and then you die, well, then they all die too. So it's another piece of that. We're going to go and hire this one because he's amazing. So, Virat. Specifically the Tortured.
Yeah, I saw somebody else mention a Book of Grudges. I think he might have a Book of Grudges, but not many others.
Yeah, he's called the Tortured. So you can see in his design, he has that. Both Zane and I were talking about him today. Actually, we feel like that scar is a little too.
I like to suggest that they cauterized the whole thing, and that's why he's not rotting from the face.
I was gonna say, yeah, I argued he'd be a bit gangrenous. Anyway, so here's a couple new other skills that are related to this. So he's a quartermaster. So quartermaster is different than our last guy we were talking about. What was he called again?
Oh, he was a combat master.
Combat master, thank you.
I thought you were asking about his name.
Right. No, he's just gonna die. But we have a couple new things related to it. You can see that this guy is more helpful to the fellow mercenaries.
And his tattoos are way cooler. So.
His tattoos are those sweet red lines.
Yeah, those freaking snakes.
Oh, they're snakes?
Yeah, look at towards the
shoulder.
Look
at that.
They're
snakes. I couldn't see it in the first time we were doing the lighting. All right, well, here's another thing that makes him interesting. So the last guy had a command to throw balefire bombs. Well, this guy throws bombs of a different way, where he actually gives Baranor fire bombs. So that's something that is an ability that you can use in the game and cause exploding. They're kind of like a fire mighty shot in your pocket.
Quartermasters, although they differ in what they do specifically, are usually like supporting type characters that want to help other people.
There you go. He also has a dazing opener. A little bit different than red tattoos. Is he Kratos? No. Boy.
He's got too much hair for that.
Too much hair for that, yeah. On the top of his head, though, not on the bottom.
And I don't think his father's Zeus, so...
So, stealth command. Dazing opener. That means that if you gave this guy command, which will show these stealth commands, these combat commands as well, he'll come in, he'll hit the guy, and careful with your foot so they don't hear the clunk.
Oh.
I'm saving all you guys who have headphones on if Zane accidentally kicked the table. Let's pop over to... He has a poison weapon. He's a common, so he's not going to have a bunch of epic traits. He also does not like Morgai flies. And he has fear of curse. So there are still fears and weaknesses and that kind of thing in the same way that one would consider with orcs. So I'm going to actually make him, and this is another big step, a bodyguard.
Boom.
3 bodyguards. So there's a couple reasons for this, and Zane will fill in.
Yeah. Mostly it's so that you can have a good quartet going.
A good quartet? It's 4. Right. Baranor counts as the 4th. Sorry, I was like,
Sandy can't sing.
He's the bass. So there are 3 bodyguards, and the reason why, as Zane very eloquently put it, there's the idea is that you create a team. It's you're an organization where you guys have one guy's doing one thing, another guy's supporting another way, and another guy's doing something else. So not 4 bodyguards, 3 bodyguards. The quartet line
he corrected himself.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Shed. So let's go ahead and give Verret the Tortured opportunity to be a bodyguard on over here. And let's grab another guy. Now we've actually picked out a couple guys that we really liked, specifically because they have some cool traits.
Yeah.
Balefire was one of them that we wanted to do. Also, this guy just looks legit, and I really like guys with arrows.
And go over one because he loves gold.
So he has a gang of defenders. These will be guys that right now. So this is an old build. So when you see a picture of Talion fighting a bunch of defenders, old build, there's different stuff. But you can also see he's epic trait with coin. So this guy actually will increase how much coin you get, which will help you buy more mercenaries. So he's pretty fun to have. And he is also a combat master. Also does bombs, terrifies. Also likes to throw poison bombs. Let's hire this guy. So we're hiring him because we want him to use his command ability.
And are we gonna get anybody else? Like, okay.
We're filling out the three because we want to show off the vault ability.
Yeah,
we have to show off the vault. We gotta
get that one. I was thinking the same thing. Like, we're gonna do that, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. I believe if I recall. So I think
it was that
this
guy.
Yeah, it was of the flowers. All right. So this guy.
A braze.
So he's another quartermaster, another support, but one of the things that makes him interesting support is that if someone is downed, he can revive people who are bleeding out. So just sharing that one. But also, this is what we really wanted to show you, the Vault Launcher ability. Can we heal our mercs of some way if injured? Yes.
Yeah, but
couple ways.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at a couple ways for now. But yes, absolutely. So, and then there's an example of how one could heal. So, I think this is like very useful as an ability when combined with the fact that he does Dazing Opener. So basically, if there's a single captain and you did a sneak up, you dazed the guy, then immediately everyone around this dude would start doing extra damage to him. So let's hire him. A lot of these guys look like they're from Stargate. Alright, they're assigning a Braze of the Flowers. Alright, so we're going to go and we're going to start this off by doing this guy's, because he's in a Nemesis mission. So we're going to go run over and, oh, look at that. He stands up.